At last summer's short form instructor training, one of the things we would do is work on big principles that run through your entire short form. One of those was getting the feel for turning the waist and the legs. And this is something I've been working with my students on since September, so for about 9 months now. And last night we were talking about it in class, and one of my students goes, "Oh, now I see. Now I can totally feel how the legs move the body. This makes perfect sense to me." And she said, "I'm so glad we started working on this." And I think she meant that night, but I tried to say, this is what we've been playing with for the last 9 months. So it's always fascinating to me how the Tai Chi principles slowly work their way into your body, even with deliberate practice. And this principle is something I hope gets highlighted in the Tai Chi Mastery program. What you're really looking to do is get a feel in certain moves how the turning of the waist, right, the hips and the torso, essentially, to really simplify it, how does the torso movement twist into the tissue of the legs and affect the legs? And also, it works the other way around. So how does the turning of the legs create a sense of turning into the body? And ultimately, as you go through your form, it's a little bit like constantly winding a giant spring, loading a giant spring. So you start the turn, that twist loads down all the way through the legs into the feet. And then on some of these releases, you want to feel the turning release up from the foot through the legs and out through the waist and ultimately out through the hands and the arms. So it's a fascinating one to play with, and one that as you do, your whole form takes on a lot more turning, and you become more acutely aware of every little degree of turn, because it matters. It matters to get it out to the extremities, out to the hands, down to the feet, and feel, if you set it up right, how there's a sense of a turning kind of wave moving through the body all the way along. You take out a lot of frozen spots and a lot of stuck spots this way. So if you've ever been exposed to that principle, it's a great one to try to play with in your practice, and I'm sure we'll get more of it as we go.